No. All right. Watch this, bitches. So I bought actually Batman Ninja on the Microsoft store because it was $10.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed to be what's that?
How is it?
Oh, it's really good. I mean, first of all, it was the only way I could watch it with the original Japanese recording. This was a Japanese production, actually. And it's pretty fucking out there, I gotta say. But my whole family really enjoyed it. We watched it in Japanese, and the story doesn't make any sense when Batman is speaking Japanese and all like the characters that are speaking Japanese. It really doesn't go along with the story, but I don't know. That's the way it was originally made, so
why not?
Plus, why not? And plus, Ty can understand it.
Yeah, because he goes to school.
Yeah, but I'll give you the quick rundown of the story because it's not much of a spoiler. I mean,
okay,
I think you could guess the story.
Okay, Batman is a samurai.
Okay,
and the Joker is an evil samurai.
But how?
How is he an evil samurai?
No, I mean
years of training.
No, why is Batman a samurai?
Because his parents were killed,
or a ninja. I mean, a ninja.
Because his parents were
killed.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, isn't that why Batman's Batman?
They went to see like Kabuki. They went to see Kabuki, and then after
as they were walking out of the Kabuki theater, a ninja killed Batman's parents, and he's like,
Crime Dory.
Now I must train in the ways of the ninja samurai.
Oh, the answer is time travel. Time hole.
Oh, you mean how does Batman wind up in feudal Japan?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant how does he? Modern day. His parents were killed. Okay. I think that's pretty much Batman 101.
No, were they killed due to the time hole?
No, there's no his parents aren't in it. His parents, trust me.
I don't understand. Why is this man Batman?
How do we know?
It's original Batman. There's a time loop hole.
It's Adam West.
Yes, and he winds up in feudal Japan. Anyway, the art is crazy. Everything about it is great.
So do all his friends wind up in there too? Like his Dick Grayson gets sent back in time?
Do you want to know for real or?
Sure.
I mean, everybody who you want to be in there is in there, and I'll say one thing: Red Hood's outfit is the best. They all have like ninja outfits. Mm-hmm. Red Hood has like one of those like basket heads.
Mm-hmm.
It's all and it's
like
awesome.
Raiden.
No. Like a sack. I don't know.
I see.
It's amazing. You should probably just Google Red Hood.
I was going to say, I could probably Google Batman Ninja Red Hood.
Yeah, I would recommend that. I want to look at it right now.
You should see what my Injustice 2 Batman.
They took the storyline of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, basically?
Probably. I don't know. I haven't seen that.
What?
That surprises you?
You've never seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Turtles in Time, I believe.
I see what it looks like. He does look cool.
I told you, dude. And he's got
like it's Red Hood. It's evil Red Hood, Joker Red Hood.
He's a good guy in this one.
Oh, he is a good guy in this one. So it is the Jason Todd Red Hood.
It's great. Anyway, just watch it it's full on Japanese craziness made by Japanese people. So if that sounds like a good thing to you, then you should watch Batman Ninja, and it's done well. Justice League is on here again.
I saw it.
He saw it
the first time. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I felt like we talked about it so much on Twitter or text.
I was strapped into a plane, and I knew that was the only way that movie was going to get watched. That movie is like, it was written by a 14-year-old, right, and made by a 14-year-old.
It's very possible
because.
I'm just looking at the outline.
Because you saw Wonder Woman's underwear?
There definitely was where was that scene?
That Wonder Woman museum scene isn't bad.
What?
In the museum when
she's just like brushing off some statues?
Some bad guys. Yeah. Doing like classic Wonder Woman-y stuff. Like you could tell that was a reshoot.
The fight scenes are fine.
Mm-hmm.
The motivation for it and all the dialogue is just awful.
The worst bad guy you've ever seen in a major movie of that scope before? Like,
I don't know if he was the worst bad guy or the person who thought that they had earned anything in this movie was the worst bad guy.
Because they do not.
No.
They do not.
It feels like we're supposed to feel something about these characters, but the way all these characters were presented, it was like new renditions on these characters. This isn't like
it's weird. It's weird because every line Superman says and every way he acts is a complete change from how Superman has acted in the previous 2 movies we've seen before this. And I think he's better in this movie in Justice League than he was in the 2 movies before because he's like, heroic and he smiles. But
well, he did die and come back to life.
He does die and come back to life. But even before that, they show that first scene when they show like the cell phone footage of Superman and he's talking to kids.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was weird because his face looks like it was stuck in a blender. But other than that, it's tonally 360 degrees from the Superman from the last 2 movies.
Well, you die and come back to life and see how your personality suffers at all.
I'm sure it would not.
Well, actually, his personality improved.
Yeah, it improved.
So I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. It's a pretty lousy movie. I think that my personal take is that they should have leaned more on making it more kid friendly and less trying to find some middle ground. Because really at the end of the day, adults hated it anyway. So they might as well have tried to make a successful kids movie and sold more toys.
Why not? That's all the DC characters lean that way to me, anyways.
There's a little. I think there's something more childlike with some of those costumes. I don't.
Maybe Batman. Like Batman's the one that's like, okay, you can go gritty with Batman.
Sure, but you could also go very light with Batman too. I mean, Batman 66, I think, is the prime example of that. And Batman the Brave and the Bold. Mm-hmm. Batman the Brave and the Bold is an amazing cartoon series.
Oh no, you can definitely. He has the comedy chops as well. But
yeah, that's what makes Batman such
nobody
a great
else
character.
Does. Like
not as much. I mean, you can watch Arrow and the Flash and say, well, what about Arrow and the Flash? But those things exist. We have that. That's the other argument. It's like we have that. We've had this Batman. Why not make? If Justice League, I think, was a little more like I watched that movie with my son, and he liked it, but he didn't love it. And I think the things that he gravitated towards were the when it becomes more like a kids movie, and I don't mean like in a bad sense either. Some kids movies are great. Think about your favorite movies, especially someone like Cheapy who loves his 80s movies.
Well, I grew up watching Justice League cartoons.
There's
Super
something
Friends.
to be said about that. I don't know. That's my take, my 2 cents.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is Justice League remake needs to happen.
No.
Let's do it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying maybe they.
You could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Get the script.
Justice
find
League
the script
remake,
online. And just make some changes to it in a Google document. Just a little bit every day.
All of these just feel like they're going to make movies. Like they make a movie. That's about all. Like they're not. At the end of the day, other than like the special effects people, I don't think anybody's going home proud of the work like they've put into this thing.
Like they're Adam Sandlering it.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf is such a waste of space. There's no reason to be interested in anything he does in that movie.
And they don't even play any of his songs.
He doesn't ride on a magic carpet.
They should have done that. It would be cool.
They don't show him being born wild. He doesn't push anybody. It's really a waste.
Right. Yep. Those are the 3 songs.
Yeah, I got it. I fit them all in, right?
Uh-huh. Way to go.
So yeah, right. Justice League. Oh, I also watched A Wrinkle in Time, and that is a hot mess as well.
That movie's worse than Justice League.
I watched a movie that's even worse than that, I think. Why me? No, why him?
Oh, wait.
Yes. What's the Rotten Tomatoes on that one? That's the one with Bryan Cranston and James Franco.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me just check because it was awful. 38%. Wow, that's much higher than I anticipated. It's very dumb. The entire premise of the movie is that James Franco is a young Silicon Valley millionaire, and
that looks like Jared Leto's Joker.
No, but yes, because he somehow has no manners whatsoever and doesn't know that it's inappropriate to use a lot of profanity in front of children and his fiance's, or not fiance, but girlfriend's parents. that he's meeting for the first time. That's the consistent joke through the movie.
But at the end of the movie, they all like it.
I will counter that by saying that I do have a close friend that's unusually wealthy, and he has no filter when it comes to language, even in front of his own children.
Well, this isn't his children. This is his girlfriend.
Even in front of my children.
No, but listen. If this guy that you know, if he was meeting his girlfriend's parents for the first time, they were coming to his house and meeting for the first time, and he loved the girl so much he wanted to marry the girl, so he wanted to really impress the parents, and he couldn't stop like talking about how hot the mom is in inappropriate ways, using like ridiculous language in front of the young teenage kid, and just saying ridiculous things in front of the dad too. And that's the whole joke. It's the whole movie over and over again.
Yeah, no, I have a friend that's pretty much that.
I left the plane. That's how bad it was.
Got up and just left.
I made it through, though. I gotta say,
good job.
I made it through. I always make it through on a plane movie unless the plane lands before I finish. Like I also watched Game Night.
I watched Game Night as well. That's cute.
It was cute.
I heard you guys both liked that. From the writer of Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh yeah,
Game Night.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah. He's also writing the Flash movie. So
well, okay.
Maybe it'll be good.
Maybe. We talked about the Last Jedi remake thing. That's not going to happen. Like people realize that, right? Like there's no chance.
We'll get the Snyder cut of Justice League before we get.
Right. I mean, people are nuts. I mean, can't you just like not like the movie and just that's the end of it? You don't have to like pretend that wipe it from existence and the new one. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe the next one could travel back in time to right where Force Awakens ended.
It was all a dream? Or an alternate universe?
Oh, maybe it's like Poe comes out of the shower like Patrick Duffy. It's like, oh, thanks for the towel. And then it's like, we're just like as if nothing happened.
Didn't he do that in The Last Jedi when he woke up from that?
Yeah.
He did that. And remember, like,
but that could be the exact same moment. Like you get up to that point.
Yeah.
And then
that's the cutoff.
Right. And then people are going to be like, didn't we already see this? Wasn't this in the last movie? And then it's a totally different movie from that point on.
Right. And it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be serious. Like he's really confused. It's not like waiting for people to laugh, and the laughs never come.
And when Princess Leia gets sucked out of the thing and she's replaced with a man.
Right, because that's why the movie's bad. It's because there's too many women.
Too many women. Princess Leia into a
they
girl.
Turn Princess Leia into a man. They find the right man for the job.
How do you watch a movie?
And they change Ray. Ray is now a guy named Ray. Ray.
He's got a plumber crack.
He's a plumber named Ray.
Plumber butt.
With force powers. And he comes in, he goes, "Hey, yo, Angela. I got the force now." Boom. Oh, did I mention he's played by Tony Danza? I don't know if I said that part.
I'd like to see what he's up to, what he looks like these days.
He's playing Ray, the Jedi. I'm Ray the Jedi. Watch out, Kylo Ren. What kind of name is that? Hey, yo, Angela.
How do you see a movie that's bad, okay, that you don't like, okay, and then think the reason that I don't like this movie is because there's too many characters are men or too many characters are women? How is that a problem with a movie?
I don't know.
Jerks? I think that's pretty much the
There's so many other problems to choose from in any movie. Like what? It's like saying like some of the actors were too tall.
Let's talk about something we like. I feel like we're just.
I like The Last Jedi. I just didn't like certain scenes, but as a whole film, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm neutral on Last Jedi.